Love it or hate it, the Hyperkin Retron 5 is back. A special edition they just launched, the Hyper Beach edition, includes this Hyper Beach Scout controller. I actually really like their Super Nintendo and their NES style controllers. I think they're really good. That controller right there, though, the one that normally came with this system, the original release, that thing can eat a big fat one. Probably one of the worst controllers ever freaking made. But I have fond memories of this device. The original Retron 5 came out way back in 2014, and I attribute that device to me, like really getting my retro gaming juices flowing and using it as a stepping stone to get into other things like the Raspberry Pi, different types of emulation devices, getting back into getting original hardware and cartridges and all that. This is a nice little stepping stone, and I know a lot of people like to shit on this device, and that's fine. Like, if you don't like it, it's not for you. Who cares, dude? Like, move on with your life, right? There's plenty of other options out there. No matter how you play, I can't stress this enough. Whatever device you play on, don't let some elitist asshat like tell you otherwise. Most of the time, they're selling a product, mind you. The ones that really put down other products, like, notable names. Not mentioning anybody, but you know what I'm talking about. If you enjoy it, play it. Nobody could take that away from you. If you enjoy the original Retron 5, cool, play it. But I want to find out, has anything changed with this? Because there were issues with the first release. There's controversy, RetroArch with the stolen emulators that weren't allowed to be sold, that kind of thing. I'm sure none of that's changed. But let's find out if anything's been fixed. This thing here says highest cartridge compatibility on the market. Original homebrew reproduction cartridges on the market. They highlighted that there. I hope so, right? Multiple system. We got Game Boy, NES, Famicom, Genesis, Super Nintendo, Super Famicom. We got it all, right? There's the bottom. I'm not going to read all this shit. If you want to freeze frame, I'll try to get a clear view. You could read it. I'm not much of a big reader when it comes to this kind of stuff, but you got save states, load states. Oh, and back when I had to sell my other one that I had because budget's a little tight and I'd like to review new things, so I had to get rid of it. I can't really compare the old one to this one, but I did play it a lot. I know what the firmware was. I know what worked on it, what didn't work on it. We're gonna find out. Has anything changed? But you could always like sideload games with the SD card. It's kind of interesting. We'll see if I could check that out. But one of the good things with this system, one of the purposes that I always found interesting was like backing up saves. Like, for example, say you got this game, your battery's about to die. It ain't looking good. You got a save on there from 30 years ago and you want to back it up, change the battery out, that kind of thing. Boom, pop this bitch in there, back up the save, take the cartridge out, swap the battery. You lost your freaking save. It's a fresh cart, no more save on there. Put it back in there and put the save file back on there. Beautiful. That's one of the most awesome uses ever with this device, in my opinion. But let's just get into it. Enough talking about it. Don't talk about it, be about it. I'm like using my fucking nails to try to open this thing. Look at that gold. That's not gold, it's silver foil. And look at that. Sexy. We got all these games over here. Homebrews, hacks, official cartridges that have patches freaking like magically put into them. Mother 2, that's actually Earthbound, but it's an official cartridge. But it's Earthbound. What? Actually, this cartridge right here is hacked to be in English. So we'll find out. It's an official original board, but it's So we'll find out. We'll be testing some stuff. Stuff from Retrobit. We got some Pico stuff. Unholy Night from Retro. Oh my God, that game sucks, dude. But let's take a look. What's in this magical package? I had to move the monitor back a little bit. Didn't want to drop anything. Here's the Boo Boo controller. Still feels boo boo. Really does. It's like it could have been good, but it's just not. Man, these systems, they have this shiny ass plastic on it that scratches. It's like scratched right out of the box. That's just how these things always were. The shiny plastic is scratched because it's cheap as fuh, but it is what it is. You do not want to use this controller. This thing sucks, man. But it's there in case you need it. But it does suck, dude. You use original controllers, NES, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, or you could buy more of these crappy ones. I wouldn't, but that's an option, dude. Oh, why am I like undoing this? Like, I don't really need to undo it, but actually I do because I'm going to use this controller. Awesome. I like their Super Nintendo style controllers. Really good. So we got that. We got our power supply. We're going to need that because it's a barrel jack, not a micro SD, not micro SD, micro USB slot. We don't got that. So we're going to need this. It's just like the original. Yeah, they have the, I don't know if it comes with the attachments if you're in a different region. Well, yeah, it does. Landfill stuff. I mean, because they don't have multiple SKUs maybe for different regions. I don't know. They just send, you'll never use these. You'll throw them away or keep them in the box. I don't know. Charge cable for the controller, which holy crap, dude. Like there's no update here so far. It still uses that crap. What is that? Mini USB? Like, dude. Like why not USB-C? If not that, micro USB. No, we got this mini USB bullshit, man. Like, come on, dude. You just got different plastic, different color. You can't change things. HDMI, we're not going to use that. All right. They didn't put a, oh yeah, they did put a manual. I was going to say, because I noticed on the side of the box somewhere it says, scan this QR code to get the frickin' manual. But it looks like there is a manual in here. So we'll take a look. Take a look. Peel that plastic off. They wanted to make sure that you scratch this instead of them, but it still has some scuffs. But I'm telling you, man, this plastic scratches easy. The slots don't feel like, I mean, not the actual slots, but the dust guards. They don't feel as cheap as the original release. Finger in those slots. All, yeah. The little tray for the crappy controller. SD card slot, the port for the frickin' controller. Like, why is it like that? Doesn't make sense. HDMI. Then we have these little dust cover things for all the slots. So Super Nintendo Player 1, NES Player 1. Get in there, dude. And then the Sega Genesis, Mega Drive. Let me see. What do we get in here? Play well. Thank you for your purchases and support. No problem. Appreciate it, Hyperkin. I mean, I paid for this. They don't send me anything. These guys don't send me anything. I think they sent me something once, and after that, is probably they didn't like what I had to say, so they don't ever send me shit. Yeah, Hyperkin, they don't, they had cool people working for them, but yeah, they haven't sent me anything in a long time. That's fine, man. Like, if I'm interested, I'm gonna buy the damn thing. So I bought it. If they sent this to me, you'd be getting the same video right now. So it doesn't matter. You guys know me. But you get some stickers. I'm gonna put this in the back of my car. Why the hell not? An instruction manual. Did they change the copyright? Yeah, they did. 2021. Pretty lengthy manual. And actually, a good chunk of it is in English, but then it does go into French, Klingon, probably some other shit too. I don't know. They said, because I tried asking them, what has changed with this freaking thing? What's the updates to this thing? And they never like really said anything. So that got me a little concerned, you know? Plugging this bitch in. Where's my HDMI cable? Damn it. Oh, shit. I probably just broke something. Oh my God. Okay, so there, look, did I show you the bottom? There's the bottom with some ventilation back there. Some big fat ass rubber feet. Okay. Like, is it time to just like zoom up? Like, we got all these cartridges to fuck with. So let's just do it, man. Power on, bitch. There it goes. It's glowing, dude. It's freaking glowing. Play well. Live well. Hypertain. Before your Retron 5 wireless controller, it must be paired. Hold the home button. Like, do I have to use this? They said like this does have like the latest firmware on it. We'll find out. Use left and right. Oh, we want to get it. We want to get it all the way. Okay. And then like it says A accept, but it's like this plus. Like, what is this? Like, focus. What are these buttons? Holy crap. On this thing, we have image filters. A bunch of them. Scan lines, which is nice. Aspect ratio. Stretch that bitch, zoom it. Or normal. We leave it normal because we ain't crazy, but whatever you do in the privacy of your own home is your business. Ain't nobody judging you here. Display overscan, force original. Yeah. Sound enhancement, bass boost. You got like a lot of stuff you could do here. Hotkey configs, system, fast loading, system information. System software version 0.3.4. I believe that is a newer version because wasn't the latest release, I'm pretty sure, is 3.1. Okay, we're going to start popping in cartridges. First up, this is the English translated official cartridge. Let's put it in. Unknown cartridge. But sometimes unknown cartridges will play. This cartridge is not recognized. Yes, let's play it. Disappointment has settled in. Official cartridge with a little hacky hack action. It ain't working, dude. It's a clean ass cartridge too. Cartridges come out just fine. I ain't tripping on that. Oh, Tengai Macchiao Zero. This is a very similar thing. Like it's official board, but translated type of thing. Let's find out. Will it play? No. Fucker. So far, the highest compatibility ain't freaking working, homie. All right, we're going to blast through Super Nintendo. Retro circuits, which I don't think they exist anymore. Maybe Nintendo shut them down. They were awesome people. Special repro multi-cart they made for me. I'm sure this isn't going to work. It doesn't even know that a cart is inserted. Let's put something that should work. Mega Man X, official cartridge. I mean, the graphics, everything looks beautiful if this thing actually works for you. And I've never really had too much of an issue. Like latency, even with this junk, is pretty good. Like I'm not even like I hate this controller, but I think it's working just fine. All right, let's throw a curveball at it. Star Fox 2 repro that has a Super FX chip in there. Holy shit! It works. Dope, dude. Good fuck. So far, so good. I mean, this game is playing. Come on, let's get out there. Like, I don't know what these buttons do, so. But the game works. That's awesome. Let's get out of here. We got to keep it moving. This is Evo, Search for Eden. This is a reproduction, one of my all-time favorite games on the Super Nintendo. This is also a older Retro Circuits game. Initial import of save data complete. Okay, nobody cares about that. It recognizes it as a real cartridge. Fuck yeah. Freaking beautiful music, man. Like, we ain't got time for that, though, but awesome game, dude. Worth checking out. A real version of it's expensive as hell. Unholy Knight, one of the crappiest fighting games ever created. It doesn't work. And I'm not even sad about it because the game sucks ass anyway. Double Dragon, also by Retroism. Let's find out if this one works. I think, were these the carts that said they may like fucking blow up your video game system? Oh my god, I got so much hate when I did my video for this game because I just don't really like this game that much. And people were just like, you're a bastard, but that's okay. You don't have to agree with everything. Not everybody's going to like every single game that you like. So suck it. Oh, the Mother. We got to try that. Okay, we're going to try that one next. That's a tight fit. Pico has some thick freaking PCBs, I think. Gourmet Warriors, it works. I mean, if you've played one beat 'em up on the Super Nintendo, you've pretty much played them all. All right, the moment of truth. This is the game that matters a lot to me. Your Mother 2, which is actually in English. Look at how clean this is. It's a real cartridge, man. An official Mother 2, but it's English. It's Earthbound. Please import, okay? You got to say Earthbound, bitch! Listen to that music. Okay, enough of that. This game just tickles my taint, man. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know if I tested that before on the Retron 5, but you know what? Hey. Okay, NES games real quick. Metal Storm. Yeah, bitch don't work. Haunted Halloween 86. Oh, well, it doesn't play this one. I mean, it does, but it doesn't. Oh, okay. Truxton, new re-release from Retrobit. Let's do it. It freaking knows what game it is. It's got some decent compatibility, not the greatest compatibility so far. Thank you, baby Cheez-Its. And don't ever like plug in multiple games at once. You'll blow up your system, apparently. All right, let's move on to the Game Boy, which the Game Boy slot is up in the front. Right over yonder. Right there. Come on, my focus zone. Look at that slot right there. That slot action. Let's put in something. Okay, so this one, Smashing Drive. This game doesn't work on this. It didn't work on the original. So we're getting it in there. I mean, it'll boot up, supposedly, but it doesn't. I mean, it does boot up. I tried it before. Why is it not recognizing it? Oh, shit. Now it was loading it. Smashing Drive. Okay, I just pulled it out and put it back in. It, like, loaded it anyway. Why? This thing is stupid. I pulled it out, put it back in again. I'm going to be mad. Maybe I have a defective unit that the Game Boy slot doesn't like things being inserted in it. Which is bullshit. It's loading, doesn't even know what it is. Unknown cartridge. Smashing Drive, dude. Okay, the system reset. Smashing Drive. Let's play. Okay, they had to have done something. They had to have updated the emulator or software because the game would load before, but it would crash right when you started the race. And it would just like make a nasty sound. So I'm not going to keep fucking with it. It doesn't work. Okay, so I'm going to wrap this up as quick as I can here. I have a couple things to check out before we go. So while I was recording, I was trying to test out Mother 3, the English translation repro. My camera died. I got it to booted just fine, but then I noticed my save files weren't on there. It scared me. I thought the Retron deleted my save files. So I busted out the Game Boy Micro, threw it on there, and checked, and my save files are still there. So I have no clue what happened with that. And then I went back to Smashing Drive. I have it on here playing right now. And it plays just fine on my Game Boy Micro. But I've tried it over and over again on the system, and it just won't boot at all. Half of the time, it doesn't even recognize it. So I'm not sure if there's something wrong with the cart, which doesn't seem like it because it boots one shot on here. But on here, it just doesn't recognize it. Now, what we have in here right now is Final Fantasy VI, the sound restoration reproduction for the Game Boy Advance, a little red cartridge you can see right over here. And it plays just fine, but it's one of those unknown cartridges, right? So the problem with these unknown cartridges, which kind of bothers me, I had a save file on here and it showed up just fine, so I don't know what the hell the deal with this was. But not all carts are going to be highly compatible. So the problem with these unknown carts, there is something that annoys me because one of the things I said was one of the biggest benefits to having this system was backing up save files, right? So if we go to game menu, copy save to Retron, that's how you would do it, right? You would copy the save, and then if you needed to change the battery, you just wanted to back it up, whatever. And then you could copy that save back to the cartridge. But with these unknown carts, you can't do it. It's just unsupported. So that's one of the issues here. Taking this out, showing you like Zelda DX, this game should load just fine. Then I want to show you, before we go, like side loading a game with a SD card real quick, because kind of interesting. There's a few different ways to do it. And I just popped this in and out a little while ago, and it just remembers without, turning the system off. So boom, I just kind of resumed where I was at. That's kind of nice, but I mean, I don't really see the point in constantly resuming my games, pulling them in and out type of thing, but it works that way for whatever reason. Game Boy game's pretty cool. This is a DX version. We got that background there, so that's kind of cool, I guess, but we don't have any special colors going on here. But hey, it is what it is. If you remove a cart while it's in there, it's going to be like, dude, the cart was removed because they don't want you pirating games. But you know what? Nobody cares. So let's go ahead and put this in the back right here, right in the butt. Now, with that, it's kind of weird. Like, you create patches. I did a video talking about this before. Let's say we put in Kid Dracula. This is a real cartridge for the Famicom. And we let it load up, and then we go to the game menu. See, it notices it, and it sees that I loaded an IPS patch. I tested this while my battery was charging, but I loaded Bad Dudes instead. So the way you do it is you go down to game-specific settings, select patch. I have some NES and Super Nintendo games on here. So let's just change it up. Instead of Bad Dudes, I want to load up just, the original Super Mario Bros. Why not? I always play that game in every damn video, so why not here as well? Dang, dude, where is it? So we selected the patch. We back the fuck out. Wait, it already exists. Yes. Do you wish to remove it? Yes. So let's go ahead, back out, play. And now it loaded that patch, and we are playing Super Mario Bros. Bro. So that's one way. I mean, kind of, not that big a deal, but it's a little added bonus if you want to, play different games than the cartridges you actually have. So my final thoughts on this new version of the system. Yeah, it's on a newer firmware. I checked into it while I was sitting around waiting, kind of calming down a little bit, calming my tits. I looked into it, and yeah, the firmware on this is new, but I have no freaking idea what the differences are. Because, this game looks crispy as fuck, dude. And it plays well. I'm dying from a freaking turtle, but that's okay. They don't have any release notes or anything with their firmware. So, and the new firmware is not on their website. I can't really tell if anything's different here. Maybe the background on here is a little different on the screen. I don't know, but some games seem to run fine, whereas we still don't have the highest compatibility ever. Stuff like Metal Storm from Retrotainment Games with Haunted Halloween, those ain't working, but a lot of others did. So, the one issue I had was with that smashing drive in the previous version. It just won't run on this. I don't know. If you're in the market for this thing, it's $160. I'll put a link in the description. When I bought one the day they came out in 2014, they were $100 on Amazon. That's what I paid for it, and it was an interesting time. Is there still a place for this thing? Sure. Why not? It serves a purpose in some form or another, but there's plenty of options out there. So I just like options. I like sharing options, and this is definitely an option. May not be for everybody, but you know what? Hopefully that new Game Boy one that they put out, the SQ, the Square, whatever the hell it's called, hopefully that thing performs very well, and we can back up games and shit, even if they're not recognized. I don't know. I'm going to review that when it comes out. I've pre-ordered it. I'll have one next month sometime, hopefully. So stay tuned for that. Really do appreciate you guys hanging out with me. That said, big ass thumb butt, blurry, just like a Bigfoot in your face. Peace out. Bye-bye. Boom. I'll catch y'all next time.